So this is a video you never want to make when your team is on the receiving end of a punt block, but game respects games, and this was an awesome clip that I just had to break down. So we got Pittsburgh versus Baltimore, fourth quarter, about 11 minutes left in the game. Right now, Baltimore is in control, but obviously it's still a 7-point game. Anything can happen, and this was a huge turning point in the game. So just looking at initial alignment, you'll notice that the Steelers have a couple guys in 3-point stances, and then they have some guys that are about 1 yard off the ball. So this should be alerting the Baltimore punt team that some type of twist game is about to happen. And that's exactly what the Steelers do. So if you look on the left side of the screen, we have Miles Killebrew right here. Okay? He is lined up in B gap, and he stems his release and goes into A gap. All right, and then the person behind him, number 13, he starts in A gap about 1 yard behind, and then stems outside to attack B gap. So you see that there. So for the Ravens right here, they're using some type of kick shuffle technique. Okay, and whether it's a zone scheme or a man scheme of how they identify stuff, essentially, this personal protector has A gap. And then this right guard, he has B gap. So when this twist happens, this right guard is going to play a physical presence to Killebrew and then pick up anybody into B gap. So that's exactly what he does right here. Plays hands to Killebrew and then picks up number 13. Now, one of the things why this got blocked is this guard can be a lot more physical with Killebrew. You see, he doesn't stop his momentum at all. Okay? Same thing with the personal protector right here. He's a little slow in his footwork, and then he also is way too high and doesn't punch onto contact. So Killebrew just runs free straight through both of them. Now, credit to Killebrew, because this is almost perfect technique. So watch his get off, how low he is. Okay, that's almost perfect track technique. He is super low, so he's able to drive through that initial contact, and then he's still so low that he's able to rip. He's underneath the personal protector's pads, and he's able to rip with that inside shoulder and come free with that outside arm to block that punt. So if you watch it in real time, he almost doesn't slow down any except a little bit on contact with the personal protector. Boom, boom, block. And then even more impressive, because it's hard to block punts. I'll say that. You work the technique, and you just have to have an innate ability for it. To block a punt with one hand while making contact is super impressive. So look at this. That's just tenacity right there. It really is. You can't coach that. And that's why he's a special teams captain for Pittsburgh. So that's really impressive stuff. A little bit on the Ravens for lack of physicality, and a lot on Killebrew for just the tenaciousness. And then the last part, this is an underrated part. And I've been watching this film for a little bit, trying to see if this was designed or accidental. But if you look at the right side over here, okay, they're also doing some type of twist game. So he's going here, okay, he's going outside, he's playing through A gap, and then he's going to B gap. So they do their twist game. But if you watch right here, number 17, Rodney Williams, he's going all the way outside. Okay, if you know anything about Punt Pro, these wings are being told not to mess with him if he goes all the way outside, because there's no way he's going to start inside and then work all the way outside to block the punt. Okay, he's never going to get to the block point. But I think what special teams coordinator Danny Smith is doing right here is he is the scoop and score guy. So once they block the kick, they have a free runner to be able to get the ball and scoop and score. And it almost works. If he had about 1 to 2 more yards, it would be perfect. But if you see, he runs all the way around. He's untouched right there. And he's able to run after the ball and almost make a touchdown, even though it was just a safety, but it was so close. And if that was by design, that is really smart. So, again, it sucks to be breaking this down because this was almost the pivotal play that changed the game. And it sucks to be on the losing end of that, but game respects game. And like I said, this is a beautiful design by special teams coordinator Danny Smith right here. great effort by Killebrew and just really impressive stuff. So if you like breakdowns like this, be sure to keep following the channel.